Hi everyone, it's Lou Collins, and in today's 3-minute card making hack I'm going to show you how you can easily blend your inks onto your stamp so that you're getting multicolored stamping in just one impression. I'm going to be using one of my favourite stamp sets from the textures range. This is the Magnolia halftone floral stamp, and you can achieve effects like this. So as you can see here, I've used both blue and green without the need to stamp and just do part of it and then restamp with another part of it. So I'm doing all the inking at once. So I'm going to tell you my top 4 tips for doing this. Now my first tip is absolutely to use a stamp platform, because when you are ink blending it's ideal if you can stamp a couple of times over the same image to get a really nice seamless blend between your colours. I'm going to be using a pink and a green today to put pink flowers with green leaves, and I'm going to be using a stencil brush to apply my colour. Now usually of course we would take our ink pad directly to our stamp, and you can do that, but you're going to get first of all harsh straight lines where the edges of the ink pad are, but you're also not going to be accurate where you're applying colour to small areas. So I might go in with a few places with my pink just like so, just to get some base colour down. But then I'm going to go in with my brush and I'm going to take that colour up to the edge of each petal in a dabbing motion. And at the same time as I'm doing this, I'm also then blending out those strong straight lines that I've just placed down. Once you've got your first colour down, you can just go in and you can dab at any areas where maybe you got a little bit of the pink that you didn't want in place. So for me it's on the stems and the leaves. I'm not too worried though, because the next colour I overlay is going to blend all of that in, and I'm going to go in with my green now, and I'm not going to be putting this direct to my stamp because the areas are much too small. I'm looking at this leaf here and a few leaves around here, and then the stems for each of the florals. So the small stencil brush is absolutely perfect, and again I'm going to be working in a dabbing motion over these areas. So it doesn't matter if some of the colour does fade into the pink a little, it's only going to add to the beautiful ombre blended effect that we're looking for. Now another recommendation for me is to use a pigment ink for this, because you can more clearly see where you're applying the ink to your stamp. With a dye ink it will pool on the surface and it's a little more translucent, so it's harder to see where you've placed it. Now I'm also using water reactive inks, and this means that I can now mist my ink with a little bit of water, not much at all, and this is going to also help the blending when stamping. So just pressing this down now into my cardstock, and there I've got my beautiful ombre image. And as you can see with this stamped image of the same, we've just added the outline and the colouring is absolutely perfect. So this is how I achieved the two-tone look with my stamps. This is completely possible with absolutely any stamp. If you've got a sentiment stamp, for example, you can ink the bottom half in one colour, the top half in another. Use your stencil brushes to dab the colour out in between, and you've got yourself ombre stamping. I hope you enjoyed this quick tip. You can find out more quick tips and hacks in the 3-minute card making hacks series just here, and don't forget of course to subscribe to the CraftStash channel just here. Take care everybody, and see you again soon.